Welcome back to the wild world of hip-hop, where the drama never sleeps and the diss tracks never stop. In recent weeks, the industry has been ablaze with beefs and lyrical warfare unlike anything we've seen before. From strategic alliances to personal attacks, it's been a whirlwind of controversy and confrontation. We've witnessed the unexpected alliances formed against hip-hop heavyweight Drake, the cunning tactics employed by the Six God himself, and even the eyebrow-raising accusations surrounding cosmetic enhancements. And now, adding fuel to the fire, we have none other than Chris Brown stepping into the ring to take on Quavo. And these are not just your average celebrity beefs. These are all-out war of lyrics, bullying, an attack on personality like we never see. This beef season is a clash of titans, a battle of words, and a spectacle you won't want to miss. So buckle up, because this is a roller coaster ride and you would want to be held down tight. After delivering a devastating blow with just 3 lines in his Freak track from the 1111 Deluxe album, which led to Quavo's swift response with Tender, Brown has just upped the ante with a full-fledged, blistering diss track titled Weakest Link. But this isn't just your run-of-the-mill lyrical sparring match. This is a no-holds-barred assault on Quavo's reputation. In this highly anticipated retaliation, Brown takes direct aim at Quavo, leaving no stone unturned as he unleashes a barrage of scathing lyrics designed to cut deep. With Weakest Link, Brown proves that he's not just playing for keeps, he's playing for blood. Brown takes aim at Quavo's every vulnerability, from his musical capability to his personal relationships. But perhaps most cutting of all are the references to Quavo's past involvement with Rihanna, coupled with Brown's own turbulent history with the pop icon. Chris Brown kicks off the track with a bold statement, interpolating the chorus from Nardo Wick's hit January 2021 track, Who Wants Smoke? This serves as a powerful declaration of his readiness to engage in verbal combat, setting the tone for the intense showdown ahead. Chris Brown wasted no time setting the tone in the opening verse of his diss track, asserting his affiliation with the Bloods and warning that he's ready to escalate to violence if necessary. The Bloods are a street gang that originated in Los Angeles, California in the 1970s. Addressing Quavo's boasts of being a real thug since 2017, Brown calls out what he perceives as empty threats, labeling Quavo a cornball and accusing him of bluffing. A declaration of Brown's willingness to defend himself and his reputation against Quavo's claims of street credibility. Chris Brown continues the declaration with scorching intensity. What's all that, boss, you talkin'? You ain't no huncho, dismissing Quavo's huncho title and boldly asserting that the rocket power rapper falls short of true boss status. Furthermore, he pulls no punches, asserting that Quavo was never the standout member of Migos with lines like, "You the weakest link out of your clique, let's keep it a hundo." In a tit-for-tat exchange of accusations, Chris Brown retaliates against Quavo's pointed reminder of his history of physical violence, particularly towards women like Karrueche Tran, whom both Brown and Quavo have dated. Brown shifts the spotlight onto Quavo, raising allegations of Quavo's own violent incident caught on video in 2020, reportedly involving rapper and influencer Saweetie. This move represents a strategic pivot, as Brown attempts to deflect attention away from his own past transgressions by highlighting Quavo's alleged misconduct, underscoring the volatile nature of their ongoing feud. Adding fuel to the fire, Brown rapped, "You, my ex-ho. That's cool. I don't give no, Lil. 'Cause your ex when you were still with her. I'm up, Lil." Claiming to have had intimate relations with Saweetie while she was in a relationship with the rapper. This last line prompted Saweetie to respond on X, claiming that she'd now be getting back in the booth to change some lyrics to her forthcoming song, Nani. Despite the heat of their feud, Chris Brown has opted to keep a lid on sensitive or scandalous information, often referred to as tea about Saweetie. Despite the temptation to escalate the situation by airing this information publicly, Brown has chosen to exercise restraint, perhaps indicating a desire to maintain a degree of respect or privacy for Saweetie amidst the ongoing beef with Quavo. Amidst the turbulence of Offset's departure from Migos and the tragic loss of Takeoff, Chris Brown takes aim at Quavo's perceived decline. Brown points out that Quavo's solo efforts are failing to make the impact they once did. with lackluster chart performances and dwindling streaming numbers compared to the heights reached when all three Migos members were together. In response to Quavo's insinuation about his behavior being influenced by drug use, Chris Brown fires back with a dismissive retort. He implies that he doesn't need drugs to feel powerful or confident, instead asserting his dominance over Quavo metaphorically. Brown likens Quavo to a pack of drugs, suggesting that he sees Quavo as his primary target and opponent, and that he's focused on defeating or overpowering him without relying on any external substances. It's a bold declaration of self-assurance and determination, casting Brown as the victor in their ongoing battle of words. In a stark reminder of the gravity of their feud, Chris Brown pays homage to the late Takeoff while delivering a cutting blow to Quavo. Brown recalls the somber aftermath of Takeoff's passing, highlighting a chilling sentiment that circulated within certain circles, that Quavo, not Takeoff, should have been the one to meet such a tragic fate. It's a ruthless move, designed not to honor Takeoff's memory, but to underscore the deep-seated animosity between Brown and Quavo, leaving a haunting echo of resentment in its wake. As they say, rap beef knows no bounds, but even by those standards, the mention of Takeoff in Chris Brown's diss may have crossed a line for many. Takeoff, born Kirsnick Kari Ball, tragically lost his life in November 22 when he was fatally shot in Houston. The incident occurred in front of Quavo outside of a billiards and bowling establishment, adding a layer of sensitivity to the subject that some listeners may find difficult to digest. Chris Brown launches another scathing assault, asserting that Quavo and his entourage have yet to experience the full force of his vengeance. He criticizes the tendency of individuals to pursue feuds with the wrong adversaries once they attain fame, singling out Quavo as a prime example. In a strategic move towards the conclusion of his verse, Chris Brown leverages his mental state as a secret weapon in the ongoing beef with Quavo. Despite his well-documented struggles with mental health, including diagnoses of PTSD and bipolar II disorder, Brown positions these challenges as an advantage in this ongoing beef. He finished by claiming that while he and Drake are regarded as singers, they possess the lyrical acumen and mental fortitude to prevail in a rap beef, defying expectations and emerging victorious in Quavo's chosen arena. The aftermath of Chris Brown's Weakest Link diss track has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, igniting a firestorm of reactions and commentary from fans and celebrities as well. But what exactly transpired to ignite such a firestorm? The animosity between Chris Brown and Quavo has been simmering for years, with both artists trading barbs in their music. However, tensions reached a boiling point during a fashion show in Paris in January 2024, where Brown and Quavo found themselves seated uncomfortably close to each other. Expressing his frustration, Brown took to Instagram to air his grievances, stating that he had no control over his seating arrangements. This public display of discontent only added fuel to the fire, reigniting the feud between the two rappers and setting the stage for the release of Brown's blistering diss track, Weakest Link. In a swift counterattack, Quavo unleashed his own diss track titled Over Hose and featuring posthumous vocals from his late Migos bandmate Takeoff. In this blistering retaliation, Quavo wastes no time laying it on the line, directly addressing Chris Brown's troubled history, including the infamous 2009 assault on Rihanna and other instances of violence in Brown's past. With razor-sharp lyrics and a ruthless delivery, Quavo aims to settle the score and reclaim his honor in the ongoing feud with Brown. As we wrap up this whirlwind journey through the explosive feud between Chris Brown and Quavo, it's clear that the stakes have never been higher. From scathing diss tracks to personal attacks and strategic maneuvers, both artists have pulled out all the stops in their quest for dominance in the rap arena. But as the dust settles and the echoes of their lyrical warfare fade, one thing remains certain: this feud is far from over. In our next video, we'll be diving into Quavo's retaliation over Hose and dissecting the lyrics and exploring how this feud continues to evolve in real time. So be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, share, and comment to stay updated on the latest developments in this epic clash of titans.